Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets hidden within corporate filings to give you the real story behind the numbers that sounds like a lot of zeros right well. Get ready because today we are diving into a JPMorgan Chase & Co. report that is all about executive compensation and the company's stunning financial performance in 2025. Before we dive in, if you love getting straightforward insights from complex corporate documents, make sure you are subscribed and have that notification bell on. We also have a fantastic Discord community linked in the description below where we break down these reports even further. This report is dated the 20th of January 2026 and it is an 8K filing, a big deal for any company because it signals that important events have happened and need to be reported quickly. Think of it like a company's immediate bulletin to the public and the regulators. Now, JPMorgan Chase & Co. is a giant in the financial world. They deal with everything from your everyday checking accounts to massive complex financial instruments and securities. This report touches on a lot of those different pieces of their business. The core of this report is really about the compensation for their Chief Executive Officer, Mr. James Dimon. But it is not just about his salary, it is about what that salary signifies for the company's performance and strategy in 2025. So the independent members of the board of directors, the folks in charge of overseeing the company, have approved Mr. Dimon's compensation for 2025. Get this, it is $43 million, a significant jump from the $39 million he made last year. The company says this increase reflects his strong leadership of their market, leading businesses and the solid financial results posted. They emphasize a strong balance sheet and something they call pay for performance alignment. Let's break down that $43 million. It is not all just handed over. His base salary is $1.5 million, which is pretty standard for a CEO of this caliber. The vast majority of his pay, the $41.5 million, is performance-based. This means he only earns it if the company hits certain targets. Now, within that performance pay, $5 million will be paid in cash and the rest, a whopping $36.5 million, is in the form of performance share units or SUS. These SUS are designed to be at risk, meaning Mr. Dimon only gets the full value if the company continues to perform well over time. This is a key point. Around 88% of his variable compensation is tied to these equity awards. This heavy weighting towards equity is their way of saying Mr. Dimon's financial success is directly linked to how well the company does overall and how much shareholders benefit from that success. The structure of these SUS is pretty much the same as last year. They are tied to a key financial metric called Return on Tangible Common Equity, or ROTCE. They have specific goals for both ROTCE hitting a certain level on its own, and also outperforming other companies in their industry. There are also rules about when he gets the shares, the vesting requirements, and rules that allow the company to take back bonuses or compensation. If things go wrong, like if financial results need to be restated, this is all about making sure pay is earned and can be recouped if necessary. So why is Mr. Dimon getting this big paycheck? What did JPMorgan Chase achieve in 2025? Well, according to the report, the firm delivered strong results and kept its strong balance sheet. They credit this to executing long-term strategies, years of investment, a good market, and smart decisions about using their extra capital. Here are the juicy numbers. In 2025, the firm posted record revenue for the 8th year in a row, hitting a staggering $185.6 billion. Their net income was $57 billion, which works out to $20.02 per S-hair. And that ROTCE, the key metric for Mr. Dimon's pay, was a solid 20%. The report highlights this as sustained strong outperformance compared to their competitors, which is a big win. Not only did they make a lot of money, they also decided to share some of it with their shareholders. By increasing their quarterly dividend they pay out to investors from $1.25 to $1.5 per S-hair. This is generally a positive sign for investors that the company is financially healthy and confident. Let's talk about how financially sound they are. They ended 2025 with a common equity tier 1 ratio of 14.5%. This is a critical measure of a bank's financial strength and stability, especially in tough economic times. They also had $288 billion in CET1 capital and a massive $1.5 trillion in cash and easily sellable investments. That is a huge cushion, allowing them to support clients invest in their business and handle any unexpected financial shocks. In terms of their actual business activities, they facilitated a staggering $3.3 trillion in credit and capital for their clients worldwide. This includes individuals, small businesses, large corporations, and even governments. This vast amount shows their deep reach and importance in the global financial system. They also continued to invest heavily in technology, artificial intelligence, and their workforce. This is critical for a company like JPMorgan Chase to stay competitive in the rapidly evolving financial landscape. They also mentioned their new global headquarters in New York as an investment in creating better work environments and serving clients. So when the board decided on Mr. Dimon's compensation, they didn't just look at the dollar signs. They considered his overall performance, both financial and non-financial, and how he operates in a very competitive market. They also noted his efforts in developing future leaders and his long-standing leadership of this premier financial firm. Finally, as with most filings these days, they are including their documents in a format called Inline XBRL. This is an electronic format that makes it easier for computers and software to read and understand financial data. It is essentially a digital makeover for these reports, and the report is signed off by Reid Arbroder, the corporate secretary, indicating it is officially filed with the authorities. The date on this signature is the 22nd of January 2026. Now, looking at these numbers more broadly, JPMorgan Chase and Company is incredibly well positioned. Their reported strong financial results, especially the record revenue and high ROTCE, are very impressive and signal efficient operations. The massive amount of capital they hold is a huge strength, providing resilience and flexibility. The increase in dividend also shows confidence in future earnings. However, no company is without risks. The sheer scale of their operations means they are always exposed to market fluctuations and regulatory changes. The heavy reliance on performance-based compensation for the CEO, while good for aligning interests, can also create pressure and potential for short-term decision-making. If not carefully managed, though, the report indicates safeguards are in place with clawback provisions. The continued investment in technology and AI is crucial, but also a significant expense that needs to deliver tangible returns. In conclusion, JPMorgan Chase & Company had a stellar 2025 by all accounts. Mr. Dimon's increased compensation seems justified by the company's performance and its robust financial health. They are a financial powerhouse that continues to grow and invest. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Do you think the CEO's compensation is appropriate given the results? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate finance. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for even more insights. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.